Dr. Patrick Tang is Division Chief of Microbiology at Sidra Medicine here in Doha. He's with us now live. Good to have you with us again, Patrick. The Director General's words there will come as a surprise to many people around the world, depending on where you go, of course. I mean, it feels very much as though the pandemic is a thing of the past.
First of all, thank you for having me. I think this is just a reminder to all of us that the pandemic is still raging. Although, this is in stark contrast to how we're treating the pandemic in many countries around the world, that it is very true that at least 1 million people have died from the pandemic in this year. So there's still significant morbidity and mortality from the pandemic. But that is in great contrast to how we're treating it in many places around the world.
All right, so what needs to happen here? Do we need to keep reminding people? Have they gone past caring?
That's a very probably accurate statement about what's going on right now. We've done the science on the pandemic. We know a lot about the virus. We have vaccines, we have drugs. We have all the tools available to prevent many of those deaths that have occurred. But it really comes down to an issue of values right now. What do we value in our societies in each country, as well as globally as a society? What do we value?
But ultimately, does it come down to politics? To what extent should governments be taking responsibility here, in that if people knew that the pandemic was still raging and as many people are still dying as they are at the moment, they'd be demanding action of their governments?
Yes, I think, what's shifted right now is that different groups of people are the ones most affected. So the people that are elderly, people that have comorbidities, people that are immunocompromised, as well as regions in the world that haven't had vaccination or haven't had a lot of infection are now the ones that are being affected. So it's kind of something that's become out of sight, out of mind for many people that live in developed countries who have been vaccinated and who most likely have had a mild infection from Omicron or a previous strain of the virus. So a lot of people feel that they personally are protected, and there's just a lot less care about how this virus is affecting those that might be more disadvantaged against the virus.
Always good to talk to you, Doctor. Many thanks indeed for being with us once again. Dr. Patrick Tang there from Sidra Medicine.
Thank you.